Harden, and it's Jordan in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now here's Irving. Gobert with the block.
This is Gobert's specialty. Twice on the pipes from the Stifle Tower.
On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Harden. Here's Gobert. Nails the baby hook. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
Guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Al Conley following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Just 4 to shoot. From 15 feet away. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Capable of scoring from anywhere. Gotta be cognizant of Conley when he's looking to shoot.
Conley against Irving. Gobert with the block. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Conley. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, there's a certain amount of awareness that you're responsible for having when you're Rudy Gobert, and he makes excellent use of his size right there.
Now, here is Irving. Harden can't hit.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Out to Conley. Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Three-pointer. Another miss by Conley, but they recover it. To the inside, Gobert, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
And he knocks down the first one. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And Gobert drops them both.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Taking a look at some stats for Mitchell. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 23 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option. And understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
Now, here is Irving. Harden finds Irving. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Bogdanovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Kev, Bogdanovic has got great size for a guard, which makes defending him very difficult, particularly at that high release point. Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovic, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete.
Throw good, Bogdanovic. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris, Bogdanovic said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Harris against Conley. Harris dishes to Irving. 5 to shoot. To end the drought. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Mitchell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage. Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Harden's shot is good.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Mitchell outside. Conley kicks to Gobert. And it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Llewellyn. He's covered by Bogdanovic.
Well, we've seen that a time or two from Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Bogdanovic finds Conley. Jordan with the rebound.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Conley's shot is off.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Jazz leading by 4. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And nothing is falling for him right now. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Now, here is Irving. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Harris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
shot.
That's good from Harris. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
So he gets them both.
Well, think about Joe Harris, the 33rd pick in the 2014 draft. So that's the third pick in the second round. And boy, has he turned himself into a viable NBA player. Knockdown shooter who can now put it on the deck as well.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
Let's remember that Donovan Mitchell's first love was baseball. His father played in the minors, coached in the majors. Donovan himself was a star player in high school. It wasn't until he broke his wrist that he decided to dedicate himself to the game of basketball.
Drops for Mitchell. And Doris, you mentioned baseball where he played pitcher and shortstop, but Mitchell doing just fine, I think, in basketball.
No doubt, Kevin. He's come a long way since high school because back then he was a power dunker and defender. But his transformation into an elite offensive player in the NBA, this is just a credit to this young man's work ethic.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against Golden State. Irving from long range. Let's keep it alive. It's stolen by Gobert. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Conley. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Conley's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovic, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was asleep. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. You've always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. And certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. J.J. Redick. He is impossible to guard because he's one constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
Now Harden, after Bogdanovic missing on that last three-pointer. It's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Luwawu, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Now just a 2-point Utah lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here is Mitchell. 6 points for him. Now Conley drills the baseline jumper. Conley's got 6 points.
Fantastic at capitalizing from those spots. Conley has a dynamite-looking jump shot.
Harden surveying the D. Harris against O'Neal, and it's Harris off the drive. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. Mitchell's shot is good.
Well, the balance, the ability to take contact, absorb it, and still finish. That is beautifully done by Donovan Mitchell.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. The 11-footer, and again it's Utah.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Dinwiddie right side. Jordan the pass to Harden. And Jordan gets it to go.
You can see why DeAndre Jordan, for his career, over 65% field goal shooting. So close, so easy.
Now here's Conley. He's got 6. Here's Mitchell, and it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Inside. Can't hit that one. Good D by Bogdanovich. Utah leading by 4. Here's Conley. Misses off the left iron.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out front.
Harden draws the double. Dinwiddie outside. There's the triple. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Listen, this guy has got good touch and solid shooting stroke. Spencer Dinwiddie comfortable in the catch and shoot.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. A rebound by the Nets. Here's Luwawu. That gives them the lead. Luwawu's got 6.
Great ball movement there.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 1. Pass to Bogdanovich. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Coming off a terrific season. 1st in shooting percentage, 3rd in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You can count on one hand the number of... Gosh, what about that dunk?
That was special, my goodness. Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Dinwiddie against Conley. Will it go? They get it again. Gobert. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing. But I believe that we're going to win championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking. And, Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Bogdanovich. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, that's about hustle and effort from Bogdanovich. To go after the rebound with that kind of intention is exactly what you hope for as a coach.
Harris inside, defended by Mudiay. And the dunk by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
Here's Dinwiddie. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Second chance shot. Bogdanovich, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Claxton. The shot, no good. Ready by Bogdanovich. Clarkson with the ball. Defended by Dinwiddie. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Luwawu, the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists now in this one. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Clarkson surveying the floor. High post shot. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket for Mudiay.
Well, to me, there's no question it's critical that Emmanuel Mudiay make this shot more consistently, showing some signs of progress in the mid-range, guys.
Pass to Harris. The 11-footer, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
This guy has proven that anywhere on the court, he can be a knockdown shooter. Joe Harris in the mid-range.
Here's Clarkson. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Dinwiddie against Clarkson. Dinwiddie attacking, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You know, when Spencer Dinwiddie is attacking, he gets these kinds of calls. Simple as that. What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember, he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC, and there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And Doris, you talk about Dinwiddie's book smarts. His parents wanted him to attend Harvard.
Yeah, he chose instead, Kevin, to attend the University of Colorado, believing the Pac Pac-12 would be a better stepping stone to the NBA. And think about it, even now, this guy not shy about challenging authority. He will keep his coaches on their toes.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Indoors at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
Now the pass to Claxton. Clarkson against Harden. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Moutier against Dinwiddie. Here's Gobert. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Harden. Utah with the rebound. Bogdanovich has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Clarkson. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
Dinwiddie passes to Harris. To the inside. Harden, good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Moutier kicks to Clarkson. Here's Bogdanovich. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Nets leading by 3. Stolen by Clarkson. To the middle. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden against Clarkson. Harden, no good. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Garrett Temple has checked in for James Harden. Clarkson passes to Moutier. Gobert double-teamed. Back to Moutier. They now take the lead. Moutier's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Dinwiddie against Moutier. Passes it to Claxton. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. Temple the pass to Claxton. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, is instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Occupying that instant offense role, Doris, Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
He throw good. Clarkson. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
Timeout called the Nets.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are two of the historically dilapidated teams no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
Sampson's checked in for Brooklyn. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Rudy Gobert, third.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Here's Temple. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Back to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around. Here's Harris. And that time, also a missed shot.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Free throw good, Bogdanovic.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Dinwiddie.
Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Harris outside. Here's the dish to Temple. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled.
Goes up the baseline. Here's Gobert. Doesn't go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Ingles, and it's blocked, but he stays with it. Dishes to Gobert. Back to Ingles. Gobert trying to get open, and the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got his first bucket of the night.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Dinwiddie dishes to Harris. To the paint. Here's Claxton, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles. He's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
Dinwiddie passes to Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Over Mitchell. They get it back. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. Dinwiddie right side. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, this is a point guard who can flat get off the floor. Dinwiddie using his vertical to his advantage.
Mitchell outside. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Another miss by Utah. Brooklyn's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. 1:14 left in the first half of the game. And the pass to Jordan. Over Ingles. No good from Jordan. Utah leading. Clarkson with the ball. 9 points last game. Will not drop. He's shooting 3 for 8 and not happy about it. Here's Sampson. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. No good. That would have tied it. To stop the drought, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
For Utah, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Nets trail by 5. Here now is Dinwiddie. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Sampson from outside the arc. He can't hit that time.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Mitchell outside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Jazz lead by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the board, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see it. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side, my brother.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Harden. Luwawu is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving at the point guard. And they get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Utah leading by 7. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
Irving, he trains the turnaround jump shot. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. That's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
And Gobert hits to O'Neal. Pass to Mitchell from deep. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. That's trailed by 5. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Harris. Harris has got 5 assists in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Elbow shot. And again with the rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
I tell you, increasingly able to contribute on the offensive end, and that's a problem. Rudy Gobert doing work.
Pass to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's 21 points for James Harden.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. Conley for three. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's
frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. Here's Bogdanovic. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Harden. On the wing, Irving. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Utah leading by 3. Here's Bogdanovic. Great D that time from Jordan.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Gobert with the block. Now O'Neal. No points in the game yet for him. Now here is Conley. Gobert dishes to Conley. Down low. Here's Bogdanovic. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And that's now 19 points for Bojan Bogdanovic. Irving with the ball. The pass to Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And at 6'6", Joe Harris has been asked to play a lot of minutes at that small forward position. Doris, do you think that's his natural spot?
Well, I think he's gotten pretty good in terms of his strength, if not the length of the 3 spot. He's worked really hard defensively to get better and better. And offense, though, that's where he's going to make his money. He can make shots consistently.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
Irving passes to Harden. Back to Irving. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Irving's got 6.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Harden the pass to Irving. Launches it. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Harden.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Harden against Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah.
Bogdanovic's feeling it right now, Kevin. And when he's in that zone, you just keep getting him the rock.
Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Outside Jordan. Harden outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Jazz leading by 3. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Mitchell wide open. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. To the paint. Here's Harden. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Harden's got 26.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Shot from 12. Good D by Jordan.
Not pretty, but you just got to shake off a miss like that.
Harden can't hit. Bogdanovich looking around. Conley against Irving. Conley dishes to Mitchell. Second chance effort. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Good.
I think you can see Rudy Gobert has an exceptional feel for where misses are going to come off the window. That's really solid right there. Interesting story about Rudy Gobert. He was an excellent student in high school, but he was getting into physical fights. So what does his mom do? Play sports, my son. Track and field, martial arts, even ping pong. What I love, though, is he has not lost that tough disposition.
And Doris, especially at that center position. You know, GMs like a player with a fighting spirit.
Rudy Gobert plays with a chip on his shoulder and a competitive spirit. A lot of 7-footers, Kevin, play the game simply because of their size. Rudy Gobert wants to be great.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout. See the stats for Conley. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 21 points per game last year, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. All around brilliance for him lately. And guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
Don't you get the sense, Greg, that the confidence is building game by game, and he's starting to put up the numbers that back it up?
Pass to Harris. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Jazz. They've held a 12-point lead early. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. He dishes it to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass. Mitchell's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
Harden draws the double. The feed to Sampson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Conley against Irving. Teardrop shot. Conley's shot is off. Nets trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he comes up with the deuce. 28 points for James Harden.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Here's Gobert. And no good that time. Good D by Jordan. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Irving looking for an opening. Fires at the elbow. And rebounds again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him. Well, DeAndre Jordan remains best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
And he makes the first. And with DeAndre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously DeAndre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Davis comes in for Gobert. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And so Jordan nails both of them.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
Some solid defense there from Irving. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love, Greg, is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Here's Clarkson. He's got 11. Over Harden. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And here are the Nets. They've got an 8-0 run. For the lead. Second shot opportunity, and they take the lead. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that's interesting. Out in space, the defender challenging DeAndre Jordan's shot. Makes some contact, but it doesn't bother him.
Utah calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Change here. Temple's checked in.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Great showing for him last season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish. Always had his head up, looking for the open man. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists in the game. 1:20 left to play in the third. Outside Jordan. Irving dishes to Sampson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sampson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Davis finds Clarkson. Hands it from downtown.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Clarkson passes to Mitchell. Inside, Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Harden the pass to Jordan. He kicks to Irving. Irving double team. Harden inside the three-point line. And Davis pulls it down. Utah leading. Here's Mitchell. No good with the layup. Sampson dishes to Harden. The three, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Jazz out in front, up one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Utah looking good. They've got to start the fourth quarter. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Davis at the center. Here's Temple. He's covered by Clarkson. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Oh, you love seeing him set that hard a screen. And boy, do they get a clean look off it.
Free throw drops for Temple.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here.
Irving kicks to Temple. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First free throw is good. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. No good from outside. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. The wide open look here for Ingles. No good with the triple. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Temple. The rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Mitchell dishes to Clarkson. Mitchell is double. To the middle. Here's Davis. No good there. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Harden. An easy 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 32 points in the game.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Mitchell outside. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Davis. Makes it off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size.
penetration in the post. I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Admire Donovan Mitchell. This guy is capable of playing either guard position, and he plays with so much passion and energy, guys. It's infectious.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
So let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Harden can't hit. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Trying to get open is Bogdanovic. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Tries again. It's laid in by Harden. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Outside, Davis. Here's Mitchell. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. That's now 26 points for Donovan Mitchell. The Nets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, or of 9. Jordan finds Harden. Back to Jordan. Nets passing it around. Pops it up for Jordan. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Well, this is often how DeAndre Jordan gets his points in a set offense, off the roll.
High post, Davis. The dish to Clarkson. No good on the three. Nets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Irving with a clean look. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
You know, what you love about Kyrie is that he's always prepared to shoot when he is roaming in space.
And here's Clarkson. Pass to Ingles. Pass to Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And stolen by Bogdanovic. Here's Clarkson. Count that bucket. Clarkson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Jordan Clarkson's handle has improved, and that allows that kind of move to happen.
Clarkson against Irving. To the inside. Luavu. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Clarkson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Clarkson's got 20.
Well, pick your poison. Jordan Clarkson is proficient in the pick and roll game, and he's basically saying, what do you want to give me? I'm going to take advantage.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Clarkson passes to Bogdanovich. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Well, Jordan Clarkson could be a little bit streaky at times, but right now this guy is on fire.
Irving passes to Temple. Harden draws the double. And Jordan slams it in.
Wow, looks like 2017 when DeAndre came home with the dunk contest trophy. Makes it look easy there.
Mitchell with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Mitchell against Harden. And it's Mitchell missing.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Utah calls timeout. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
From the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Yep, that one goes. Bogdanovich has got 23 points.
Well, you have to like the balance of Bojan Bogdanovich. Keeping it through the contact. That is nicely done.
The basket counts, and one will go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter? The southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Mitchell against Harden. Conley for three. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Nets leading by 4. Harden kicks to Harris. Outside Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Don't sleep on Kyrie Irving's perimeter game. Yes, he can get inside and score at will, but boy, you better check that jumper.
Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. Mitchell in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
And Luwawu gets it to go. And it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Conley. Yes, that goes in. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Harden outside, from outside the arc. Nets with the new shot clock. And that one drops. Jordan's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Now, Kev, we're talking about a guy with great size and length and athleticism. DeAndre Jordan just keeps pressure on the defense.
Conley gets the bucket. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
On the wing, Ingles. On the corner. Rebound, Brooklyn. Harden's got 6 rebounds in the game. Gobert with the block. Here's Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Bogdanovich staying confident down low, being physical with the defense, and gets rewarded with a trip to the foul line. There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
And so he makes both from the line. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Mitchell against Harden. Again with the block. You've got to have a better effort against him.
Sending back everything.
Harden draws the double. Clock at 4. And here's Jordan outside.
What aggressive defense from the lengthy Rudy Gobert. This guy covers so much territory.
Ingles passes to Gobert. Chalk up 2 there. Gobert's got 19 points.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Harden against Mitchell. Outside Jordan. Back to Harden. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Ingles has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's up a 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
How about Joe Ingles stepping up in the clutch to deliver a big-time bucket?
Harden draws the double. Jordan the pass to Luau. No good again that time. Utah is shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's Mitchell. And they're unable to get the time basket there. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
And Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 4. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 22 seconds left in the fourth. Ingles in the corner from deep. Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Well, I'll tell you, if you play off Joe Ingles, he is going to make the catch-and-shoot jump shot. You better be there on the catch.
Harden against Mitchell. Now here's Harden. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 5. This one for 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Is what's your take?
And guys, it all comes down to this one shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
Time. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. With Kyrie Irving, it's early in the season, so what's the most important thing to getting off on the right foot?
Great days of practice, honestly, and being prepared. Always communicating and trusting each other. That's going to be the biggest word for us this year is trust. Like I said, consistency and trust.
We will see. It's a long season if you can get that done, Kyrie. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.